So how much do optometrists make in the United States? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you what you need to know about the income potential of an optometrist, including strategies the highest earners all use. Hey guys, I'm Dr. Ryan Corte, and this is Ryan Reflects. On this channel, I share with you actionable personal development content, as well as my thoughts on trending topics and common life experiences. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Also, throughout any point in the video, make sure you check out the notes and links in the description below. If you've been scouring the internet to try to figure out how much an optometrist makes, you probably realize pretty quickly that there is a wide range of numbers reported. And so what I'm going to do here is walk through some averages that make the most sense from some of the most reliable sources, as well as talk about the income potential of an optometrist, including what the highest earners do to maximize that income potential. For example, the Bureau of Labor Statistics reported the average optometrist makes $115,250 per year. Indeed reported the average optometrist makes $121,050 per year. ZipRecruiter reported the average optometrist makes $120,601 per year. And Glassdoor reported the average optometrist makes $117,548 per year. Now, on the other hand, Covalent Careers and Salary.com looked at the median of optometrist salaries. And so Covalent Careers reported the median salary being $113,396 per year, and Salary.com reported the median salary being $126,920 per year. Taking things one step further, Indeed.com reported the salary range of an optometrist ranging from about $72,000 per year on the low end up to about $170,080 per year on the high end. So these are all sources, 2019 and 2020 sources. I'll link to the articles in the description below. What can you take away from all this? Well, the average optometrist makes around $120,000 per year in their salary. There are bonuses, benefits, things like that are probably not included in this information. But also, I know optometrists that make a lot less than $120,000 a year. And I know optometrists that make a lot more than $120,000 per year. So there's a wide range of income potential, and it really depends on a number of factors. And I'm going to share with you some of the factors and strategies that you should consider if you want to be amongst the highest income earners as an optometrist. Strategy number one, you really want to be strategic about where you live and practice. So let's take for an example, somebody who wants to go and practice in a major metropolitan area or city. So say you want to go to Chicago. Fantastic place to live and be. But if you go to Chicago, you'll notice there's an optometry school nearby. There's a lot of optometrists that go from that school and decide that they want to practice in that region. Simple economics, the supply is up, right? A lot of ODs want to practice there. Maybe the demand isn't really there for that. So then your income potential as a salaried optometrist, even with bonus and benefits all built in, your overall potential could be lower. Or let's just say you open up an office in that region. You have a lot more competition to attract patients, even though it's a very, very densely populated region. Let's take on the flip side. If you go to an area and maybe there's just not a lot of optometrists there. It could be an urban area, it could be a city, it could be a metropolitan, but let's just say it's even rural. And you don't have a lot of optometrists within the region to serve that population. Automatically, just by opening up the practice or taking an opportunity in that area, let's just say that you take the opportunity, supply is low, well, the demand is higher, and you could probably negotiate a little bit higher salary, bonus, benefits. And if you open an office, you have a lot more potential to immediately attract new patients, and you'll see your income potential skyrocket. So something to keep in mind, right? And I always have people that say, well Doc, I want to go ahead and I want to practice in my hometown. And there's a couple optometrists, or there's a number of optometrists. I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just saying that maybe a little bit more challenging, and you have to figure out how you're going to differentiate yourself in a competitive marketplace. Strategy number two, you really have to think about what practice modality and even some specialty you want to get involved in. So the highest earners tend to have their own private practice, but I can also tell you that this has slowly shifted over time as it's becoming more and more challenging to open up or even buy into a private practice in the current state of the profession, in the current landscape, with decreasing vision care plan reimbursements and increasing competition. With this in mind, that's kind of been the historical route that the highest earners have taken, and they could have one practice, two practice, multitude of practices, right? And they have the opportunity to provide patient care and also sell products. But on the flip side, something to consider, even if you're a newer graduate or you're looking into this profession, is that employed optometrists can do very well depending on what modality they select. I tend to see that optometrists that are employed by private offices make less money than optometrists that will jump into an opportunity with a corporation just based off of the way that they're structured out. And then again, also keep in mind that if you have the opportunity to get involved in sublease optometry or you partner with a corporation, you can do fantastic as well. But you really want to think about, hey, what practice modality do I want to practice under? And how am I going to specialize myself? So me personally, I love anterior segment, the front of the eye, and I love fitting specialty contact lenses and serving my patients in those areas. I'm really focusing on that niche, and that allows me to really become an expert in that area and learn more about that. And so I have 2 offices that are located in a sublease space next to a lens crafters, and really I truly enjoy practicing in that space. I've practiced in private practice optometry. I've practiced in the VA facilities and OD, MD settings, and I've practiced in academia, and I've had the opportunity even to work in community healthcare clinics. And this has been a really good fit for me. So what I want you to keep in mind is the income potential is there in every modality. Some of them have lower ceilings than others, but there's also a lot of risk in specific areas as well. If you're going to open up a private practice now on your own, there's a lot of challenges ahead of you. But you could also grow and have a higher income potential over time than somebody who's employed. It's always things to keep in mind, but the highest earners historically have been private practice owners. Another strategy you need to consider is time management. How often are you going to provide patient care? So optometrists that work part-time, and if they don't own an office that's also generating income, they're going to make less than optometrists that work full-time, or even on top of that, work full-time and fill in occasionally. The more that you work, the higher your income potential is over time, especially if you don't own an office, right? If you're an employed OD or you're a fill-in OD or you're a part-time OD. So keep that in mind. And also, let's just say you only work part-time, but you have other endeavors. You have side hustles, things that you're involved in. So you could see patients part-time, but you're also involved in other businesses. Well, yeah, then your income potential can go up as well. It just depends on how you utilize your time. Speaking of income potential with side hustles, I'm a strong advocate of diversification of how you practice and how you are professionally. So what do I mean by that? I love to see patients. I love to work with our practice on the business aspects and how we can better serve patients and increase our return on investment over time through our patient care platform and model. But I also like to speak. So I speak for specific companies, and clearly I'm creating content right now. I enjoy content development. I enjoy diversifying the ways that I bring in income. And I feel like it's kind of a good safeguard too. Let's just say over time you realize, hey, I want to provide patient care, but not 40, 50, 60 hours a week. Well, getting involved in other areas of the profession or even within healthcare in general gives you an opportunity to bring in revenue and make money, not through direct patient care. So diversification is a fantastic way to increase your income potential. And the last strategy that really comes into play, and it's not really a strategy, but then again it is leveraging your experience and understanding how you're able to provide quality care efficiently and effectively over time. And newer graduates, they may take a lot more time to provide the same quality of care than somebody who's been out 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Just like anything, we get more efficient and we get more impactful, and we get better in our craft and our professional ability to provide patient care over time. And so as you gain more and more experience, your income potential goes up. You're able to serve more patients, providing them the high quality eye care they deserve, and that increases your income potential. Now, something to note, right? You can still serve a small subset of patients. Maybe you're in a specialty niche or you have a private optical and you don't have a higher volume practice. You're still able to have a really high income potential just based off of how specialized you are. So something also to keep in mind. But experience in general over time, particularly for those who do a residency, they come out with much more experience than those who don't. That definitely increases your income potential. And a quick disclaimer, hey, if you're in optometry or you're going into optometry and you're doing it just for the money, you're probably in the wrong profession, right? There are a lot of ways to make money in this world. Technology is booming. You can get involved in the tech world or run a bunch of small businesses. And optometrists do really well. But at the end of the day, we're still in the business of serving others, serving people. And so the income potential of optometrists can be really, really high, right? But the vast majority of optometrists live very comfortably. They do well, but they're not rich, right? So keep that in mind. If you're going down this pathway and you just want to be rich, I would recommend considering other opportunities. My question of the day, based off the income potential of an optometrist, do you feel like this is the right profession for you? Let me know in the comments below and stay tuned for my next video where we can reflect and grow stronger together.